You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Still
listen.
not broken.
Now, when I had to go to the next church, they ain't got no transposer.
They ain't got no transposer.
Man, you know how a lady get up there and sing a solo,
like,
and they
oh,
in C sharp or something? It's like, boy, I drown them out. I turn that thing up so loud and press C
And
so loud, you gonna go down. You ain't finna, listen, you ain't finna make me look bad up here.
Bully me in the ear.
Nah.
You better get down here.
Now some of them singers, you know, they strong-willed it.
Yeah.
So they like, no, you got to come up to C sharp. I turn that organ off and act like something wrong with it. You know, you know, you look around like, I don't know what's going on. What's wrong with that organ?
What's wrong with this organ?
Man, something wrong with that organ. But listen now, when they done, I'm coming back and see. Like I knew how to play it now. Don't act like I ain't know what I was doing.
I'm back cooking now.
Don't act like I ain't know how to play it.
Yo, this is hilarious. Yo, absolutely hilarious. And I know there's a lot of people that can probably relate to that story in that sense or what have you. I can remember having situations like that when I was a little boy playing in church, coming up in church. You know, people would just, because that's the culture of church. If you don't know, if you're not a church musician, if you haven't been in the game, then you don't realize that this is what we go through. Like at any given moment, you know, especially if you grew up in like a Baptist church or something, someone would just stand up and they would just start singing a song, or they'll be doing testimony service, and then all of a sudden they'll just start making up something, or even just being in the middle of a song, they'll just decide they want to modulate. Church musician struggles. But I think this is a dope conversation and a dope way to see it, because Zaytoven is probably one of the, if you watch this whole podcast, you get a sense of like all of the people that he's worked with. This dude is like probably the producer of producers. They actually call him the trap godfather. And I had an opportunity to go be in Zaytoven's studio for a project that we were working on with my guy D-Lo, plugin that we was working on for him, and we got a chance to go to Zaytoven's studio and actually like have him check out the plugin and play it and give an endorsement from it. Really, really dope situation. And his studio is that, I mean, his studio is just crazy. I mean, absolutely crazy studio. Without getting into all the specifics of this dude is like not just a multi-platinum producer, but a multi-millionaire. This dude has money out the gate, and he's not even ashamed to say that like he is a church musician. First and foremost, like I remember someone was telling me the story. D-Lo was actually telling me a story about how he met Zaytoven. He said like he pulled up to the church, and at the church there was like I think he said it was a Bugatti or something like parked out in front. He was like, yo, that's a crazy car, bro. Like, you know, he just walks into the church for the regular gig or whatever that he got called for. And he's in there doing, he looks out in the like vestibule or whatever, and it's Zaytoven out there like vacuuming the floor or something like that. And he was just like, yo, that's Zaytoven? And like dude, homie told me like, yeah, that's Zaytoven. Like he play here, like play here, like he play, like he play here, like play here. Wow. And this dude is like serving in the church, like legitimately, like multi-million-dollar, multi-platinum producer. Dude lives in the neighborhood with like same neighborhood with like Usher and like people like that. Lives in that actual neighborhood. This dude is vacuuming the church floor. Do with that what you will. Like that's the heart of a servant. That's the heart of someone that, you know, obviously knows and loves God and loves serving the church in whatever capacity, even despite of wherever he probably know. And when you talk to him, you get the sense really quickly that, yo, like he knows where, you know, his success and all those things come from. So it's like, I've followed this guy for years, you know, and my hat's off to him, you know, for that level of career. So I lead with that to say, when you get into the transposing conversation with someone like him, he'll shut you down really, really quickly because of his, you know, his repertoire, his everything that he's got, the whole credits that he's worked with, the artists that he's worked with. They don't care about what if you know how to play in your key, all of your keys. They don't care about those things. They care about, can you produce the product that we that we're hiring you to produce. And you know what I'm saying? That's paramount when it comes to that and the mentality. And I'm not saying that like not advocating for musicians to transpose. That's not what this is. So if that's how you heard that, you gotta go adjust your frequency, adjust the station that you're listening to, get the static out of what you're listening to, because that's not what I'm saying. I'm an advocate for literacy across all like the board, like literacy in music, literacy in punctuation, literacy in showing up and doing what you've been called to do, literacy in business, in negotiating your terms and being clear about what you want, what you need, literacy and all that. Like, musicians will get stuck in on this one conversation, and you know what I mean? And then here you have a multi-platinum, multi-million-dollar producer that's like, man, whatever. Like, y'all can have that. Like, you can talk about me if you want, but you can talk about me as I'm passing by you in my Sprinter. You can talk about me while I'm doing this. But not only that aspect of it, the fact that if you go back to the story I was saying before about how he serves the church, most of y'all cats that talk all big and bad about all of this stuff, you don't even have a level of service that matches that. You won't even you clean the church. They tell you now. I know there's some musicians that are dead like that. I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to specific types of people. They call you to come clean up on Sunday. You like, nah. Matter of fact, I'll keep it even simpler to you. Like, you playing for the banquet, the church banquet or whatever, and the church banquet is over, and they say, hey, can we get a few fellas to help us like roll these tables, up and back, put these chairs up. You gone. I'm not saying that you didn't have to pack up your equipment. Your equipment is stationary, it just stays there. No, you didn't even stick around to help them fold up the chairs after the banquet when they asked you, if you could help. You know what I'm saying? But then you get online and you start like becoming the keyboard warrior against those that transpose. Again, I'm not advocating for it for all of you guys that want to jump in the comment section and say I'm advocating for it, because that's not what this is. What I am is what I do like doing is pointing out the hypocrisy that a lot of you guys have, which is always hilarious to me, and no balance on that, no grace. None of that stuff like that. You just go straight in on that. And like I said, do people need to know how to play in all their keys? Absolutely. Do they need but do they also need to know how to negotiate their terms? Like, you've been playing for this church for like 40 years and you're only making $150 a Sunday. But then, you get in there and you want to talk big and bad to everybody, to the cat that transposes, but he makes $120,000 a year from his corporate job, and all he's trying to do is help out his church. But you want to talk big and bad to all of the cats that's transposing, and they make $120,000 a year from their regular job. They got life insurance, health insurance, medical, all of that stuff, all of the benefits. You playing for your grandfather's church for $50 a Sunday, and you ain't got none of that, and you ain't even got a place to stay. I see this all the time. So I think it's just funny. I thought this was a hilarious clip that to kind of see, to watch, and see how, a multi-platinum, multi-million-dollar producer, what he has to say about, musical literacy in this area. But y'all do with that what y'all will. I mean, and then the other thing is, you gotta learn how to laugh sometimes. Just laugh. Y'all get so serious about this stuff. Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. Y'all want to thank you for making it to the end of this video. First of all, thank you for watching to the end. If you made it to the end, make sure you hit the like button, hit the share button, drop a comment, and let me know what you think about everything that I've talked about. And make sure you check out the Patreon link down below. Hop over there for some exclusive content. All right, I'll talk to you guys on the next one. I'm out. Holla at your boy.